I'm sorry, the clock in there is behind.
Eat a donut, man.
Okay, call to order the meeting of Rams Pass at 7:03 here at 600 West Cleveland Boulevard on February 2nd, 2015. Everybody please rise for the invocation, please. Lord, I'd like to ask for your blessings this evening. Give us strength, give us knowledge, give us wisdom to do what's right for the community of Aransas. Please watch over all our citizens and all our visitors that are here throughout the week or so. Give us the strength to help guide our young ones, to help them with the knowledge, to understand that we are all here to help our community be the best it can be, and that anybody and everybody has the opportunity to stand up and be a leader in this community. Lord, I also like to express your blessings too on the ones that aren't feeling so well, and to their caregivers that are thankless in long hours of taking care of the ill. Watch over all of us and guide us, sir. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This will bring us to item number 3. It's a swearing-in ceremony with the newly appointed municipal court judge, Enrica Henry Morales. The oath of office and the anti-bribery oath given by, which will be our city attorney, Mr. Alan Lawrence. Henry, if you mind stepping up, please.
Thank you, man.
Good evening.
Welcome aboard, Henry.
Alan, thank you very much for swearing in. I would like to add too, also with Henry being appointed this position, it's also a milestone for Aransas Pass, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. I believe she'll be the first Hispanic woman judge of Aransas Pass. Just a little tidbit information to everybody.
chair?
Oh, you got the
Bad chair, bad chair.
I'll just make sure I don't make it the bad chair tonight.
Yeah, one of them's projection seat on there.
I thought it was over there.
That's already been cycled through.
It's like musical chairs.
Yeah, don't be the last one to get here.
They did vacuum because look at my cooking cans from last month.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much. Oops. This is going to bring us to item number 4, which are citizen comments. We have, please state your name, your address, and you have 3 minutes to state whatever you want to state. The floor is now open for anybody.
My name is Carol Salinas, and I'm a resident of Aransas Park.
I don't think it's on.
Oh, the mic's not on.
Very good. Now it's
Okay.
on.
There we go.
Okay, I think you heard me. So many times we come up here and we have things that we want to say and we're complaining or we're criticizing. And tonight I would like to take a change of course. And our police department has had a lot of problems in the past. When I first moved here, there were so many things going on. But since the police chief Blanchard has come in, things have changed. But he also has, he's done a good job. I feel more comfortable with officers are patrolling my neighborhood more often than they used to. But also, he has a sense of humor, and I, for one, appreciate that. I have seen snide remarks on Facebook. I watch the Facebook occasionally, and there's a lot of, he puts some of the cutest things on, but he puts in a lot of hours over and above regular time that I'm sure he's paid for doing these things. It's not taking away from our routine patrols or any of the police force duties. And I think it is cute as can be, but I had something that happened to me the other day, and I just had to share it. I went to tried to be a good citizen, get a tag for my dog. When I went in there, this is the first year the police department has done the animal control. The dog tags that we usually get are little dogs, puppies, cats, Texas Star, Bones. This is a pig. Now, I just cracked up when I got a dog tag from the police department that was a pig. And I got such a kick out of it. The lady at the front desk even gave me a little stress reliever that's a pig. And I just want to say thank you, Chief, for everything, for giving us all a little sense of humor while you're doing the job that you do. And thank you for everything that you do.
Thank
And
you,
I
Carol.
wanted to say something positive.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you so much, Carol.
Thank you all now.
Make it look good. In fact, that's an example again, that thing was picked out, surprised me from animal control. They picked out the little pig tag. So, I love them.
Bit of pigtails, pig tags.
Yeah.
If I may add real quick to that before anybody else stands up, I had the privilege of visiting your animal control this week. And I was there when we had a lot of issues and stuff, and I was very impressed with the thoroughness, the cleanliness of the facility, the way they've been working together to get everything on track in yourself. It shows a lot of hard work and knowledgeable people that you have there. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That is all them. They're doing a very outstanding, stellar job, and I really appreciate their work. So it's great to hear that. And like I tell a lot of people too, is I get a lot of praise, but the praise really is due to my team because they make me look good. They're basically my instrument of vision and stuff like that, and they all believe in it. They believe in this community. We're proud to serve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who would like to make a citizen's comment? If not, then we will continue on to the next item agenda. It'll be item number 5. We'll consider an act on approving the request of Rosemary Vega, CEO of Aransas Chamber of Commerce, for the use of Shrimpery grounds and an allowance in the city's budget for assistance of police protection, public works services, and the annual Shrimpery from June 11th. Carnival only, 12, 13, 14, 15 of 2015. Yes, Rose.
The first thing is obviously the Shrimpery grounds. In order for us to start promoting our event, we need permission to have the use of the Shrimpery grounds. And of course, you put in a rider for the city for insurance and vice versa. So that would be the first part. The second part is the police allocation, the security, and the public works. The public works, I have no idea what those expenses are because I don't pay the public works, but I do pay the security, and Eric and I came up with the numbers from last year. And based on those numbers, we have $25,998, and that would be at the top of our budget. This year, we were talking about trying to lower that cost, and even more so than last year by bringing in some security officers, not necessarily police officers, during the day when obviously security is not as high risk, and you're talking $15 an hour versus $30 an hour on an overtime. So that would be a significant decrease there. And so at the max, we would be asking for $25,900, and like I said, I have no idea what the Public Works Department does, but we do treat the city of Aransas Pass like any other sponsor. Without the sponsorship of Shrimpery, obviously we would not be able to be where we are. That is a $300,000 expense to the chamber, and last year we made $101,000, but we had $104,000 in sponsorship. So without those sponsors, we would be in the red. And so we know what it does as a town. We know that Roland Meza from HEB says alone on the Shrimpery grounds between the vendors and the chamber, they're spending $100,000 inside the HEB. So we know what that event does to our town. We know that the hotels are full all the way from Thursday through Sunday with vendors, with entertainers, that kind of stuff. So that's just HEB. That's not the comptroller who comes in. They know what that event does too. They're there on the grounds on Friday when everybody's checking in, and they're making sure everybody has a tax ID number so that we get the credit here in Aransas Pass that we're supposed to get.
I have a question, maybe you, Sylvia, or Eric, on the security, the 15 an hour, whatever. What does that do liability-wise for the insurance, I guess for y'all or for us? On the
It's their
chamber?
liability.
Mhm,
It's their liability.
It's your
insurance.
liability?
Our
And
staff
we do
works
use some
off
of them.
duty is what they call it.
Okay.
And that does not include, none of those numbers include the overnight that we use. We also have two officers
Right.
every night from Thursday through Sunday that we incur that cost for at the chamber.
How many people were there last year, approximate?
53,000.
And how many would you say were probably from out of town?
I would say from out of town, like sleepover, probably 35% from San Antonio alone, and then smaller numbers in other areas. We are starting to see some numbers coming in from the Dallas-Fort Worth market. If y'all remember last year, when we did the hot funds, we started talking about, marketing to the Fort Worth area. So we have that show over there, and we have a billboard over in that area, and we are starting to see some of those numbers come in. In fact, this week we had someone email us about information on coming to stay in Aransas Pass for vacation at spring break, and so we sent them a package. We also let them know that the visitor center will be in Fort Worth next week. We're going to Houston this Thursday. We'll be back Sunday doing a show there, and then we go to Fort Worth next week and we do a show there, and we invited them to that show so they could get more information there too.
I've been meaning to ask a question. I've been going to Houston the last couple of weeks, and I have noticed a billboard of Aransas Pass coming back this way.
Mhm.
I've seen Rockport, I've seen Port A.
We're on 37 and 1604, right before 1604.
Is it 1604?
It's
That's San Antonio.
The San Antonio one?
mhm.
No, but I'm talking from Houston
There's
itself.
supposed to be
59.
one like in the Edna area. You haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
I'll check on it.
I if you
There's
wouldn't
one
mind
there.
checking
Yeah.
on it, because that's what's like, man,
Yeah,
I've
there's
seen everybody else
supposed
but
to be one
us.
there. And by the way, the billboard got changed. Did you notice? The one you were.
Oh, did it? Oh, good deal.
They finally changed it. Nobody, I guess, rented it, so I re-rented it and changed it out. And I also
Awesome.
put one over here. I don't know if y'all noticed by the Sonic
Mhm.
of Aransas Pass.
Mhm.
I put one
Mhm.
up there too.
Good deal. I don't think I've noticed it because when I go by there, it's dark.
Oh, I was gonna say, was you looking at Sonic? No. Yeah.
Do you have an idea, Sylvia, how much we spent city-wise?
Well, no, I was talking to some of the council members who asked about the public works component of it. And I really think the majority of the public works staff is there to blow out like the sewers and things, but this year we're gonna have all new components. And then the public works is also blocking the street. I think we can do a better and not use them and probably take out a good,
I know last year we cut down a little bit on the public works, remember?
yeah, they
And-
told me they do ants, some trash, they do mostly the sewer, the jetty and the water kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And the road, it seems pretty silly to have 2 staff just to hold down the road. So we can probably work on that number substantially. And we are, on the agenda tonight is a piece of equipment that'll cut down on the number of times. So I think the Public Works component can come down substantially. They do reimburse PD for all of the expenses. It's just the Public Works portion that would be absorbed.
And the other thing that I wanted y'all to know that you're probably not aware of, and because I probably wouldn't have been talking about it right now, other than when it's time for the hot funds, was that we allocate a certain amount of budget for the visitor center, and we spend before we get the money. So in other words, the quarter comes afterwards. At the end of 2014, we were $20,000 short, mainly because Hawthorne was closed, but the chamber spent that money. So that's $20,000 the chamber spent on the visitor center that we won't get back. But if we don't have the support of the sponsors
Right.
for Shrimperie, we can't cover those costs. So it's a win-win for both, because, it's bringing revenue to the chamber, which we're all nonprofit, and then it's also, promoting the town as well.
Is there any other questions from council?
How many, Sylvia, do you know how many members or city employees were there last year?
We had 16 Public Works staff.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 4 days. And then,
And you're looking to diminish that, maybe not have all 16 there?
yeah, because
Right.
we looked at the 3 entrances, and that's six personnel already that really probably don't even need to be there.
Okay.
And then the other piece that, I think if council made the approval of not to exceed, I think we could fall well within that.
And include even the police cost, even though they reimbursed us on that?
No, I think you need to back out the police costs, because that's a separate, and I think in the future, we probably just need to do an interlocal with the chamber and the police for the expenses. And really, the only expense is, on our end, would be the Public Works component, which, again, we're gonna shrink down
Right, just to make
substantially.
sure that the public knows that the chamber is paying for the police protection
Right.
of that.
And I know you probably, the park in Rosemary, I know luckily we had so many people here, which created some problems
It's a
with some of
good
the local
problem to
residents.
have, but we're trying to identify different places for them to park, and we also talked about, our biggest problem was getting people in the gates. Once they were there, just wanted to lock the gate and forget about them. But we decided this year that we're gonna put ticket booths out by the parking lots where the buses are coming in, and since
Wow.
they're waiting 20 to 30 minutes,
Right.
we'll go ahead and get them ticketed and in the gates. We'll have an officer there, and we'll have a ticket booth there with someone in the ticket booth with money. And then we'll have one of our board members going around making sure if they need money, that they're rotating their box out. But that will only be for a short time on Friday, when we
Right.
have the mass amount of people, and then on Saturday, at the same time, probably between 4 and 8, and then we'll shut that off. But as far as the parking lots, and the only thing I remember really having an issue with was that Public Works wasn't in the normal places that they used to be, where they would, at that little street besides Arch, where there was nobody there, and so people were trying to come in there where the buses were, because that's the bus route. And then on the other side of that, there were Saunders, I think that's Saunders, they were trying to come in where it's only an exit, and so it was making it really hard. But that was the only issue that I saw.
And then the property owners were opening up their own empty
Yes,
lots.
and I guess that's gonna happen. There's
That's what I was-
nothing you can do about it.
As long as they get a permit, they're good, right?
Actually, they don't,
They don't need a permit.
A parking lot is a use that's
Okay.
allowed in the general business
And
categories.
to me, as long as they're not blocking our buses, because that's what was happening, they were parking them and then the buses.
It's a very lucrative business, apparently.
Oh, at that time, I'm sure. It's like Mardi Gras.
I can rent my parking
Yeah.
here at the house.
Unless the council stipulates that all parking must be on an improved surface, which would,
No.
you'd kill us half the town, then yeah, there's really nothing we could do for the Shrimperie parking. And it actually helps alleviate, otherwise they're gonna be stacked all up and down. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there any other questions from council? Do I hear a motion for approval?
I make a motion, we approve the request of Rosemary Vega, Rancho Pass Chamber of Commerce for use of the Shrimperie grounds and an allowance in the city's budget for assistance of police protection and public works services for the annual Shrimperie of June 11th, carnival only, June 12th through 14, 2015.
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Rosemary.
I abstain.
Okay. This brings us to item number 6, consider an act on tax resale property of suit number S09-1327 Texas, Aransas Pass Independent School District, San Patricia County, and the City of Aransas Pass versus Delene Nelson, is that right or wrong? Or Bond? On track number 6, account number 35752, lots 22, 27, 28, and 29 of block 294, original town site of Aransas Pass, San Patricia County, according to the map of the plat thereof recorded on volume 3, page 41, map records of San Patricia County, Texas.
The property is located on 7th Street, almost at the intersection of Stoddard and 7th Street. I'm putting a place mark on the map right now. Here's 8th. This is McClung. This is Stoddard. The property's right here. It's lots 22, 27, 28, and 29. So it's almost an L-shaped right here. She is offering $2,000 for the property. It is on a paper street, no access to water at that particular location, so there would be some development costs to get that property back up and running.
And 8th Street, I guess, would be the closest water to that?
Yes, this is.
Now,
8th.
is that property back up to 8th Street?
No,
or
here's the property.
Oh,
The
okay, so
property's
it's just that
fronting-
dot?
The property's fronting 7th Street,
Wow.
which a portion of 7th that's paper. It's not really.
Okay, is Ms. Castillo aware of that as far as the improvements that would have to be made and?
I am not sure what Ms. Castillo is aware of. They make the offer to the attorneys.
Okay.
Almost buyer beware.
Is there any other questions from council? Do I hear a motion for approval for item 6?
Well, I make a motion that we approve the offer by Ana Castillo for $2,000.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 How long do you think it'll be before she gets here in front of us?
I was thinking the same thing, which, that's all right.
Yeah. This brings us to item number 7, consider an act on the aquatic center items. A is to decline bid for the aquatic center restrooms. B is to accept the bid from Pool Deck to replace the pool deck in the aquatic center, at the aquatic center. C is to accept the bid from UrTech to repair foundation around the pool and the aquatic center.
Well, Mayor and Council, this is the monies that you approved last Monday. This is actually awarding the bid. The Aquatic Center restroom only had one bid, and it was missing some components, insurance, bond, et cetera, and the scope, so we have to decline that bid. We will go out for rebid on that. And then Cool Deck and UrTech are actually the decking and the raising of the decking, so they're almost working in parallel with one another. We have picked a color and are ready to get started, and so the season is fast approaching, so,
Did they say what the time frame is to once they?
yeah, less than a month.
I mean, less than a month to install everything? Wow. It's impressive.
And then so the plan is we're up and running by April to get all of the training and things, and then opening day in May, so,
Okay.
but it's getting close.
I have a question on that. When you said opening day in May, we're not busy in spring break?
Not typically. We did an analysis of entrance, because remember last year we got the point of sale system. It costs us more to be open during that time frame because we don't have, our typical admissions are on the weekends, and so they are looking at like birthday parties and things during that season, but not consistently during the week.
Okay.
And doing a massive, massive push in April for customer service training. And then May through September, loading the calendar. And we're going to show you the calendar. It is
Good.
absolutely full.
Okay. Just a question.
So we have to do these individually, right?
Probably.
Yeah. What is the favor of the council on item A?
Well, I make a motion that we decline the bid for the restrooms for the aquatic center.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 And on item B, I make a motion that we accept the bid from pool deck to replace the pool surface deck at the Aquatic Center.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. And C, I make a motion that we accept the bid from Eurotech to repair the foundation around the pool in the Aquatic Center.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This brings us to item number 8, consider and act on the finance department items. A, is accepting TML insurance funds received by the city for the crash involving a meter department truck on 10/1/2014, and the application of those proceeds towards the purchase of a new truck. Item B will be authorized sale of a wrecked truck of the 2011 Ranger pickup with the VIN number 1FTLR IFE 4B PA 03053. I feel like giving my eye example.
Could you repeat that?
Mayor and council, it's just standard. This was a truck, our newest meter reader was rear-ended in. The frame is bent, and so, best to get rid of it at this particular point since we do have vehicles on order.
Was one of the vehicles wasn't a Ford Ranger. How economical are those things as far as fuel efficiency and stuff? I mean, did it save us money by buying a Ford Ranger, or did we spend more money?
I'm not sure. I do know that Ford Rangers aren't made in the U.S. anymore. They're not for sale in the U.S. market anymore.
Oh,
The
wow.
only thing is the F-150.
Okay.
You can thank EPA for that.
And if I could add, the salesmen were also telling us from the dealerships that the actual cost of the smaller vehicles was more than the cost of the
F-150.
regular sized trucks.
Okay.
So we were able to get an extended cab for their truck for less. And while we might save some on fuel, the actual cost is more.
Okay.
I know from personal, I had a Ford Ranger. That sucker didn't save me no fuel.
I did too, that's why.
You're supposed to go 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Parking lot, right?
Is that
there you go.
Is that my problem too? Yolanda?
So do I hear approval for item number A? Motion.
I make a motion that we accept the TML insurance funds for the crash involving a meter department truck.
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
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 So you'll move those monies into bond monies?
Do I hear a motion for approval on item B?
I'll make a motion that we authorize the sale of the wrecked truck, the 2011 Ford Ranger pickup.
Buyer beware.
I second the motion.
There'll be a Carfax with that.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This brings us to item number 9, consider and act on approving public works department items. Item A will be approving the jetter truck purchase not to exceed $210,000. Item B will be approving a Fleet Pride purchase not to exceed $6,100. And item C will be approving value purchase for HEB leak not to exceed $17,500.
Well, the jetter is a combination jetter vacuum excavator. It's part of the bond monies and part of the restructure of Public Works. This will be used for our bigger water jobs. Our other Vector truck will still be used, but we are also going to purchase a smaller one to get a hot shot crew going so that they can work on those water sewer backup and brakes. The $6,100 is to repair the current Vector truck. And the leak, the HEB pump leak area, that valve has an emergency repair. That valve is almost $18,000, so we need to get that on order. ASAP to get a hot tap in to get that repair made. It is still leaking, albeit slowly, but still leaking, and it causes damage to the underlying road section there.
Hey, Sylvia, on the jetter truck, is that what I saw down there?
Yes, sir. We, as a council, owe an apology to Carrizo Springs because we purchased the truck from under them because we had monies at the ready and we were able to save about $27,000.
Just one question or a couple questions.
And it does not require a CDL to drive.
Why is it 4-door? I mean, most,
That's just the standard chassis on that truck.
so, and how much water does it hold?
A lot. I'm not going to tell you the exact because I'd be lying to you.
What is it, 650?
It's 500.
500?
Yeah.
So,
That's the standard chassis that's going to hold that weight.
what about our jet trailer?
We are gonna get a jet trailer as well that's under $50,000 that will be for a hotshot crew. This actual truck is for bigger jobs because it has not only the jetter, it has a vacuum, and it also has a hydro excavator. So when the guys have to get to a line, it has a water dig basically, and a dig that would normally take us hours would take us minutes with that excavation component of it. And they'll take that wet dirt and go put it on the drying bed
Sewer station.
at the sewer plant.
Uh,
So
what,
it's a multi-purpose.
what about the jetter trailer we already have?
Also in need of repairs, and we have trailers that do not have title and other things to them that we're getting squared away. And we're riding that end of the ship, Councilmember. Mr. Fernando has his work cut out for him.
Any other question from council? No?
Mayor, since these, all three of these are just approval items, I think you can do them all.
One motion?
Yeah.
Thank you, Alan. So I hear a motion for approval on all three items, A, B, and C.
I make a motion, we approve item A, B, C.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ms. Carrillo, you're up. City manager updates.
Well, we have several personnel changes to report. Bill has been appointed formally as our formal harbor master. He was in acting capacity. Bill is now moved over permanently. Previous Officer Lynn Spears, who's in who's in the audience, I think I had a stroke, has been appointed as our emergency management coordinator. He brings with him experience. We do have a new aquatic center manager as well. Manuela, do you want to introduce her?
Katie Jenkins, and she comes with YMCA background. She is a lifeguard instructor, university area. She has everything we're looking for, so I'm very excited to get started.
Good deal. Congratulations.
We will also owe Porter Ranzis an apology, but that's
Good deal.
We can just invite him to the chamber banquet
we're
next year.
just going to, we'll apologize to TML while we're all there. We are still seeking a building official position. We are receiving assistance from not only our engineering firm, but our neighbor Ingleside, and then we're outsourcing some of the building plans, but that's a very critical position. We do have the town hall meeting scheduled tomorrow. It's scheduled to start at 6:30. The paper reported at 7, so between 6:30 and 7, we'll have all of the renderings out that folks can make comments on. Alan pointed out that we did not post the agenda up at the front, so I will get an Attorney General's opinion because it is posted all over town. We also have we'll be hosting TML again this summer. So we'll be seeking donations from the community to provide giveaways.
What date is that? Do you have an idea?
We have to, it's going to be July, in the July time period.
It's going to be in August.
Oh, okay.
They haven't set a date yet.
Okay.
San Patricio Day on the Hill is February 10th and 11th. I encourage the council, if you can make it up. The 11th will be specific one-on-one with some of the agencies that are important to our efforts. FEMA will also be here February the 19th. We have some pretty substantial work to do on our levee system in our area of seclusion. And so that is what they're calling a handshake meeting. We will have representatives from all 3 counties here, affected property owners, and those people that are within that area of seclusion will actually take two cars and walk the levee system with the engineer. So it's a pretty important meeting. I think that's all I have. That's it.
You said February 10th to 11th is San Pat.
San Pat Day on the Hill is 10th and the 11th, yes, sir.
What time, do you know?
Well, we'll be driving up to Austin the night before. It's a full calendar of events. They will recognize us on the floor on the 10th. Any elected officials that come up, suit and tie, you'll be recognized on the floor.
Okay, that's it, right, Ms. Carrillo?
Yes, sir.
Let's bring us to item number 11. It's 7:36. We're going to recess the open meeting and retire to the executive session on pursuant of Chapter 551 of our Texas Government Code of 551.072, Item A, deliberations regarding real estate property, Conbron Harbor with Mr. Hal Jones. And then after that, then we'll reconvene.
I'm sorry, Sandpat Day on the Hill is the 11th and the 12th.
Never got rid of our city attorney.
Okay, good. I have something on the 9th. Me too. Lynn? Lynn?
Still put so Ronnie was hiding from me for a while.
Yeah, I'm good up here.
You want to say? I should introduce you to the mayor.
Don Chapel, I'm sure Bill has talked to you that whatever you come up with, a copy of your plan, what we got to work with, I'm sure he'll help you in any way.
Gives you everything you need.
And I'll give you, he can give you my cell number and everything, the phone's on 24/7.
President, I'm still doing mostly the captain duties for the PD
Right.
until they find my replacement, but hope to be up and running really fast. So the June 1st date's coming.
Yeah, we're Larry always about hurricane season and stuff, so I appreciate it very much. Wish you a lot of luck. Yes, sir.
Taking a good one from the mayor.
I didn't realize we worked, but I do appreciate it.
How you doing?
How you doing? You doing all right today?
Yeah, we finally got
We
moved.
kinda got moved.
Did you?
Yeah, we got moved Friday.
Is y'all still in the same place or a different part?
It's a different, we live over 250 South 13th Street.
Okay, good deal.
Back at 311.
311?
We're paying $220 a month.
Good deal. On the north or the south side?
South side.
Okay. You'll see me around there a lot too. My mom lives over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on apartment 321. So you'll see me out there every once in a while messing around.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That's good.
311 here. I slept like 30. I didn't wake up till 4 o'clock today.
Well, if anything arises, you need to get a hold of me. I mean, you know where to find me.
You take good care of
You
yourself.
too. It's good seeing y'all this evening. Try to stay warm.
When's the next meeting?
First and third Mondays. Yeah, and then we're supposed to. And then we should have hopefully everything goes well, have a town hall meeting tomorrow explaining what happens this evening. All right? Thank you.
Susan, I wrote you in. Bill's here.
So
I just do it naturally.
I to buy them.
Is that what they had in Gregory? I'm kidding.
Yes. It was kind of scary.
We were living there when my parents were when I was born.
You heard the bang and you ducked, but it wasn't in your house, it was next door.
I don't remember, I was teeny tiny.
Oh, sure.
It was really small.
Huh, what? What, dude? What happened, Bryce?
Okay, good deal. We have what? Everybody here? Pretty much. We're out of session at 8:17, reconvene 8:18.
A record out of our executive session, right?
Right, that's nice. Okay, for situation on item A, what's the favor of the council on item A?
No action.
No action. No action necessary. Then that brings us to the end of the meeting.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Awesome.
Every time, find me a beer somewhere.